Alright, Chris, looked at your video. It's looking better. A little bit of still some issues. What we're going to talk about still is need a little bit more extension of the spine. Like if you look at the top of your backswing, you can see your head is translated backwards just a little bit. It may not look like it has a lot, but in terms of the reasons why it translates back are kind of pretty significant issues. Sorry. So what we have is what we call forward retention, or your first tilt is retained into the backswing. If you look at it, what's probably happening is your shoulders are going to turn really level because of that too. I haven't seen down the line, but from caddy view, looks like that's what's going to happen. First of all, we should say when we turn our shoulders, they should be perpendicular to our spine. And the spine should be, the common term would be the same spine angle as it was at our dress. It's not really exact, but we'll just use that term. So what we look for is then we want the head just to be centered, right? The way we do that is, like we said, the extension, the left tilt, and the shoulder rotation. Yours goes back because you don't have quite enough extension. What's happening is you're almost like your upper torso and your thoracic of your spine is like hunched over too much. So you look like this, and your head's actually translated back. So what we need to do is while we're left tilting, we need to feel like that chest expands, and it's like sternum's going to be the farthest thing this way. Think about like Sergio, he extends the spine. He also pushes his hips back, but he extends the spine so much, it's almost in front of the golf ball. So that's what we need to work on first. We need to feel like as we make our backswing, the left shoulder is going to move down as we start to expand that chest so we can keep the head centered. From there, like we said, your head's moving forward. Your head's moving forward because your hips are actually turning too level on the backswing. So what we need to do is we need to get the right hip to travel higher on the backswing. And that's why we straighten up the right leg. It doesn't have to be locked, but it has to be straighter. So we want that right hip to travel higher on the backswing. So that way on the downswing, when the knees reflex and they straighten, the hips will be pushing forward. What happens now is you turn your hips kind of level, get your lower body too far forward, the upper center too far back, and then from there you have to try and compensate by moving everything forward so you get here and forward too much. So what I want you to do is get those hips at better angles, and then on the downswing also, while we push the hips forward, I want you to feel like you extend the spine again. So it's going to be, for you, it's going to be a right hip high, extend the spine, downswing, and then on the through swing, we're going to extend the spine again. So it's basically those three things we need to focus on. If you do that, it should look a little bit better. I'm going to try to hit one. I haven't hit one in a while here, but I'm going to try and hit one and give you somewhat of a reference. So I'm going to get the right hip high, extend the spine, extend the spine. Now from down the line. Also, to answer one of your questions, you said something about your rate of closure being quick. That's a later issue. Right now you have to start hitting the ball more consistently and controlling your low point in a little more consistent manner as well. But just to answer you and clarify what's going on the downs, didn't hit myself. 3 different types of hingings. The first one we'll talk about is horizontal, where the face is actually going to have a full turn through the shot. This is usually used in conjunction with a path that is thrown to the right, or a CF path. The second one would be more of a specialty hinging, more for like short shots and well, pretty much exclusively for shorter shots. And that's a full layback motion. This is complete vertical hinging. Yeah, and you can see how that's not going to be very effective, obviously, for a lot of normal long shots. It's just a complete layback at the face. The face is going to actually lay back completely, whereas through the shot, the horizontal hinge is going to go complete rotate. So a horizontal hinge actually would look like this. We use what we call angled hinging, meaning basically, easiest way to show it is the face is going to turn at the same rate as our body is. If you see, it's always going to stay basically parallel to my spine, the leading edges. So as we come through, you can see the leading edge will always stay perpendicular to my spine. So that's that answer. It's not important at this point, but at some point it will be. But to show you from this angle, so we're going to try and get that right hip higher and extend the spine. Let me clarify what I mean by extend the spine. You can see how the thoracic is in the middle of your back. If you keep that bent all the way into the backswing, you can see how your shoulders turn level and your head translates backwards. So what we want to do is we want to feel like our chest expands, and you can see our chest will be the farthest thing back this way again. That's going to be the feeling for you. So we're going to, as we left tilt and get that right hip higher, we're going to extend the spine and get the chest the most expanded towards the target. So we're going to expand the spine and push the chest the farthest back away from us to get the shoulders on the proper tilt, and it's also going to keep the head more centered. Like we said, if we keep that flex in our thoracic part of our spine, just no tilt of the shoulders, they're going to be really flat. So again, we're going to get that right hip the highest and expand the chest the most. And that's the biggest key for you right now, just to do those two